Well, one again, recap family. Now, most of you may remember this episode right here that I shared, where this young lady spoke about hardship basically all her life from her childhood stage right up to adulthood. She spoke about how her mother treated her horribly, right? And she just was trying to find love, but searching for love in all the wrong places. She ended up dating this guy who she ended up getting pregnant for, and she talked about how the man was extremely abusive. He beat her left, right, and center for every single little thing, right? Now, she even mentioned how the man kicked her down a hill with her pregnant belly. Now, this right here is her part two to her story. And this one is absolutely no better. She spoke about how the abuse continued in her life, meeting another man, and the man wanted to get married to her because she traveled from Jamaica going to this country where the man was, and the man wanted to get married to her. Turns out that he already has two wives and wanted to make her number three. Now, family, she also spoke that her baby father confessed to her, admitted to her, say him work over upon her and give her foot. Yes, people. Because she had this illness with her foot where it kept swelling and doctors could never find the reason. Family, let's take a listen to this one that was shared on Unstoppable Life.
Okay, if everyone remember, I left off at the part where my baby father get 3 kids in 1 year. So after that, after the 3 kids in 1 year, yeah, him rent somewhere where I could hand stay and stuff. But he was this type of person him argue about everything. It reached to a point where I did by him mother one day and out in the public. My baby was, I think, about 1 month and little, and him start to cuss and him a say him have to buy sanitary put under me in the public, and I was so ashamed. Anyway, after all of that, him rent one house in our next district that I couldn't even stay. Being at that house, him mother like always asks me for talk back to him, like get in a relationship back with him because out of all of the baby mother them, I was the one way more to save him then. So I always I tell her, I say, no, I can't do that and something. All of a sudden the other year no. Only to find out that 3 more kids born again. So that makes 6 kids. After the 6 kids, I think one more born because it ended up with 7 kids. My daughter the oldest. He end up with 7 kids. So I remember now, as I tell him, I live down at the house, and as I tell him, I usually go through hell with him because even the things them like when he get me, I say, I want them back, and something in can, but I feel take care of baby and I take care of me, and something the baby the young. So anyway, this man come to my sister mother-in-law, and like he more than say he have bar in a St. Elizabeth. So if I couldn't come work for him. Anyway, I had to think about it, but the mother that I'm my baby father mother said to me say I have to go on because she don't like the idea how him treat me and some more him disgrace me and them something because him have to help me. Which the second baby mother she dey hate me too because she claimed to say I get everything which me not get nothing. Anyway, I remember before I leave, I come off of I dey in my room one night and I step off of the bed. And when I step off of the bed, all of a sudden my foot start to pain me. So I wonder how I'm to my foot, it a pain me straight. So I end up at hospital. When me go hospital now, Doctor do all the tests they can do. All them a do the test you can't find out what happened to my foot. So I did it and then say they like them a go cut it then. Them say them a go cut the foot. Some like my mother would dance say, oh them fi cut the foot and then don't know what happened to the foot. So she say I have to leave the hospital. Leave the hospital, me still come out and they still have the foot. As me tell her now, me get the work at St. Elizabeth. So me say, alright, me I come at St. Elizabeth that me can work and help out to the kids. Cause remember my son he have a father. Come at St. Elizabeth I work 5,000 per week. Now, both him and him mother because I guess him uh argue with him mother and something about money and something. So me I work 5,000 and me I send the full 5,000 to him to take care of my daughter. Now me have to try find some other ways to make my son get something on the side same way. Sometimes end up not get because of how him the second baby father bully and stay. Anyway, doing all of that, me still have the foot. I couldn't walk. Every time I come up and go for the baby, my foot swell up on me. So my mother like she always said to me, say because she pray on something more time. She's a praying person, alright. If anything fi happen to we, she would not figure it before. So she called and she said to me, say I know fi go back round at the mother. I said to her, say I have to go back round at the mother, cause round at the mother my daughter there. And me not feel comfortable going back to Portland and not seeing my daughter. She said I not for go because that's why my foot a pain me. Still never take the aid. Uh every time I go Portland, go look for the baby and come back a sentence but my foot swell up and a pain me. So I remember one day then at the bar, I remember I have to put up my foot on the stool, two it a pain me and swell. And this lady a pass, as I didn't call him mother woman or whatever. And she just fine for me and like she would have said to me, say, "Is that foot there? You need to cover your head." She said, cover my head for 7 morning and read Psalms 91 and pray. And I do it. I do it, yes, but I remember the same weekend I did for go up and I said to the mother, say, I come up but I can't come for the baby because my foot swell up and I can't walk. And she said, what happened? But before that, the lady when me I work with her, I always tell her about my foot and she has I say, she go carry me out. So me I say, I don't believe in them something there. Afraid of them something there. So she would say when me come back down, she go carry me go look about my foot. Anyway, the lady pass and tell me what to do for prayer and the same Psalms 91. So that my boss end up said to me, so that lady there, she's a good person because as she predict some two boy with dead or something like that. So anyway, as me said, me tell the mother-in-law, say me I come up and me not come because I can't walk, so me I go send my sister for the baby. But I mentioned so me come back down, my boss say, she go carry me out for the food. By the time I go Portland and come back down and something, the food alright. Come totally good. Anyway, I still not believe, me not believe in nothing because me I say my foot just sick then. And then me don't know what I'm to the foot, but me still not believe in no evil and something. Come back down, I work as me tell you, send up money for the baby or me go up and carry up money for the baby. So I remember him always he's this type of person, him always call me, text me, and disrespect me. He tell me the most terrible things and then him started disrespect my daughter. Him start to say my daughter a whore, all kind of something. Him even tell me at one point I go say, oh my daughter a whore like me because she start sex already and something and my daughter just 5. So I remember I go up one time, and when I go, it's like him have a business place, so him never have no worker at the time. So me said to him say, alright, me I go come do some time for you because true him a take care of the baby. And as me say. So me say, me I go do some time for you and I have to pay him nor nothing because my boss a go foreign. So him tell me say me can go up and spend some time with the kids. That's when me come back now me can spend much time because my leave me for go overseas. So me go up now and me do 1 week I help him out in the business. When me I left him mother said to me say I no fi left. I said to her say I'm leaving because me have to go back and my work. Just as me come down, my boss call me cause my boss dey call me before time but as me fi leave him say I can spend another week. So anyway, I did it. Like when my daughter come, I make she come round me. And so because when the mother was alive, the daughter couldn't come round me. So she come and like me I talk to her, who ask her question and stuff. Anyway, it don't reach to the same. So I remember after I go back down and for come up back, I said to I said to the mother, say, me I go come up back. So she said to me, say she go tell me something, but me not for say nothing. So me say, what happened? She say, she call him name and she say, she tell him say me I come up. And him say he want me for work for him again, kinda have no worker. I say to my sister said to me, say, I must not do it because I use me. Say, but if me don't go, more hear how him treat me and stuff. Anyway, I tell him say I can't come. I tell him say I couldn't come and thing. Pastor son now reached to a point where I have an auntie in Anguilla. So I guess she have this friend where she show the friend my picture. I guess he claim to say him like me or whatever. So him say him want me to come over. Him help me to come over, pay me for do the visa and something for you go over. But when I go over there, um, I get to find out say him a Muslim. Him have two wife already and him want me to be the third one. So I say I couldn't manage to do that and stuff. So I dey scared first because you know people have different things to say about Muslims. So I dey kind of scared
So you
and something.
didn't.
So
So
it never
before
ended.
you. So before you went there, you didn't have a conversation with this person.
Yeah, we talk over the phone, but him never tell me say I'm a Muslim. And when I go and stuff, him make me know say him have a wife there and he have one Muslim, one Palestine or Palestine. I don't remember the name. Some
Mm-hmm.
P word.
Mm-hmm.
So I get to figure say that can't work. Anyway, I went Angola when 2017. So I did end up in the hurricane. I never feel long. A month, but I end up in the hurricane, so I end up stay over. No, my baby father. Before that, before that, I couldn't see my daughter. No, I couldn't see my daughter. Me I go back. Alright. It reached to a point where as I'm tell you say me go back the second time and them say my sister say me not for work with him. Right? Me not for help him. And me will see. So I remember one time my daughter there beside me. And when she there beside me, him call the phone and when him call the phone him said to her say like him a talk to her. So my brother in law would in the background I talk to him son. Like him a tell him to tell somebody outside. He said no, tell him to tell the person outside no. When him tell me him son fi say no, my baby father on the phone I hear and say things say And my daughter, somebody I said that to him, start to cuss. So I take the phone from the baby ears. Him start to cuss and I say, me care him pick the wrong man and all kind of something. And I lucky because when I say I me lucky, you know, kill me already. And something. So me I say, what you mean by where you kill me? So he must say, oh, so you think it's your foot. I said me know about my foot. He say, oh, so you think it's your foot either just so. I did if you dead already, you know, girl. I did you should have did already, you know, girl. And sitting so I say, oh, so you give me food. I must say, I know that. So better make you bleed to death and I say start to cuss and him I say, so better make you bleed to death and some. I say as long as you live me that never come to nothing. Anyway, after I tell me say ma make me bleed to death and stuff ever, not even 3 days good. I start to see my period. I don't know if I can say period. I start to see my period for 6 months. I never take a sanitary from under my foot. 6 months straight. I start to see myself start to get white. People are asking me I bleach. People are asking me all kind of something. So till it reach a point I said to my mother, I call my mother, I said to her, I say, Mommy, me I got dead, you know. And she said, what? I said, me I tell her how long me I bleed and something. And me no know what happened to me. So she said to me, say she got do a prayer line. She said she got do a prayer line. I said, all right. Because she the overseas. She reach overseas. She said she got do a prayer line. Do the prayer line and something. Then pray, whatever. In a 2 days time, I remember 2 days time I see it start to dry up, dry up. And after I dry up, then I get to find out say a mother start to see back period in her age. A mother start to see period. Then she start to cry say her father trouble her and something. Get to figure say she must set her father upon me something like that. I don't know if people believe in them something which are Indian them be then. So she started to say she see her father have sex with her and she start to see back period. When my one dry up, she start to see back period and that's how she end up pass off. She pass off, I hear him call me and him start to cry and him a say me kill him madam. So what you talk about? Cause me never know, me no know nothing. Him a say me kill him mother. Only get to find out him big sister, cause him big sister was a praying woman too. The big sister called me and she said to me say, listen to me. My mother know what she do, make she dead, and I will never cry, and I will never go to that funeral. I get to figure out what makes she dead. So me I say, what happened? And she had tell me that some make me know so the mother started to see back period and a ball about father and something. I say, well, I don't do nothing cause me don't me no know nothing about them something there. So me I said my mother I'm gonna say she do a prayer line for me. She do a prayer line for me overseas. Ask one lady if you pray for me overseas and I saw me I explain to her and him tell me say me kill him mother and he might go kill me back. Anyway, after that me said to my mother, me tell my mother what happened and something. So she said to me say, me not fi go round him. None at all, I'm not for grown him. No, him have my daughter. Cause remember say a fee mother they have my daughter and she dead. So end up him have the daughter. Now me can't go around him. Me have to constantly I go to school. Like me still ask him for her and something. Him say him not give me her. Him not give me her. So I never see her for over 4 to 5 years. I couldn't 5 years. 4 to 5, about four, if I know 4 or 5, about 4 years. I never see her for. Get her from him then, but I usually go to school, like when I left from St. Elizabeth, I go to school And me always try if I go over for a week or two every day me there at the school. So till him figure say me I go to the school and him figure say me I met the vice principal make me talk to her over the phone. Him start going on at the school and him started in drama. So me and the vice principal there and him a gonna make him lose him work and all kind of something. So me have to stop call because the vice principal now make me talk to her because he say no want the trouble. Me still go on my visit. When me talk to her, me said, she said to me, say, she can't make daddy know, say, she take nothing from me and something because it might beat her. I see at one point she write in her book, say, I love my mom, and he beat her for it. Before he reach all of them there, as me say, me go Angola, I never work out, and me end up in the hurricane. I never get a job. But in the last half after I working about 2 weeks before I leave, I get one and two something, and I end up with 100,000. End up with the 100,000. I'm come down. When I come down, when I come down, because in the day over the phone, he might tell me, kind of disrespectful something about my daughter, my daughter have sex, all kind of something. So when I come down, I said to him, say, I want to see the baby. Him said to me, say, no, him not. Make me see the baby. Me say, all right, me have 100,000. Make me see her. And me give him money. Me I'll pay if you see her then. Him say, me want buy clothes and something for the baby. Anyway, I don't know if my sister tell him, say, for make me see the baby. So I end up get the baby. Get the baby now. I start to question her because me tell her same usually tell me oh she have sex and so although she a 5 year old me still have to ask. So me call her, me say to her, me call her, me say, I want you to tell mommy the truth. Me I say to her say nobody trouble you. She said to me say no mommy. I say you sure? She said no mommy nobody don't trouble me. So me a question her see me and me see she start to cry so me start cry too. Cause me I say, I wonder what she a come out with now. If she a go tell me say somebody trouble her for true, cause where the father say, oh, she had do this and that. So me say, what happened? She said to me, say, she have a friend, is a boy, and because him call to her, or she call back to him and she smile, daddy start to say them there. I mean, she a look man then. So anyway, she did it, and me I said to her, she more time encourage her and stuff. So me I say to her, say, you sure nobody don't trouble you, no touch you no way? She said, no mommy. Only place a boy she touch me is on my hand. I said, okay. And on the day, talk to her. So I figure anytime she a cough now, she have to hold her belly. No. Back when she a baby, she dey sickly after have her from hospital to hospital. Now them say she dey have a hernia in her belly. The doctor say she could have cut the hernia when she 2 year old. I don't think about it. I say she when she two she was too hyperactive, so I never want cut it. Worse, me never dare on her like to take care in a that manner. So as me say me I talk to her and me figure same time she cough she a hold her belly. So me say what happened to your belly? She said to me say daddy keep me in my belly. Daddy I beat me and keep me in my belly. I said what? She said yes daddy beat me and keep me in my belly. And I started to cry. I'm call him in an argument with him. I call the sister, the big sister. She said to me say she want tell me that from all long, but she don't know how to tell me because she just don't want to deal with her brother because so him stay. So me say she don't tell me like she said she da wait for my daughter to tell me. Anyway, no, me left as me tell her me left from Angola. When me left from Angola, oh I reach alright. When me come send to this bed, I dey rent somewhere. Leave go Angola. When me go Angola. I end up come back the person give up the house with me everything because I never pay the rent. I never have the money to pay the rent then. So I come back the man take all the furniture me have in the house and something say I fee rent. So me call my mother now. I said to her, I said, Mommy, me explain what happened to the baby and something and me ask her if me can stay over the house and take the baby. Want to take the baby because me can't let the baby go back in there, man. She said, no, me if bring back the child because me not have no to live and me need to bring back the child because our man, what she have over the yard, say no want nobody there. I said, alright. But did I cry? I end up at hospital the night and I go there and say me started to get strokes in my face.
The same mother that ill treated you growing up, you really wanted your daughter to go round her though?
It's not grown or she's now overseas. She's
Mm-hmm.
now overseas. So build a house since she go overseas. She build a house but her boyfriend is there and my other brother that she have outside.
Oh, so you just wanted your daughter and you to go stay by the house. Okay. Continue.
Yes, because the situation where she in, I want her to leave from her father. So that's what happened. So I asked her, as me tell you, she said to me, say, I should bring back the child because her boyfriend don't want. As me tell you, I went to Anguilla, sorry. I went to Anguilla, come back. I asked him to see the child, get the child after she tell me all of that. I got to school, I reported to the CD, right? I got to school, I reported at the school. I reached to a point where him called me one night and him said to me, say, um, this is the hours the child affair come in and stuff. And me have to have her upon the up at the shop page and something. So anyway, put her upon the phone and then tell her if you tell me because something mother. She did it and she not say it. Anyway, I tell her if you say it because me know say I go beat her. She said it, but she said it in a low tone. When she said it in a low tone, him never hear. And I can hear when him grab her by her throat and start beat her and start thump her and she a cry out and something. I lie down on the floor and I start to cry. And I call the police in Port Anthony, I couldn't get them. Call the police in Oak Bay, I get them. I mentioned to them that my child, what happened to my child and stuff. Them said them all get back to me. They never get back to me the night. So the morning I got the court in Black River. Before I get this, like I explained something before. Anyway, when they tell about this 100,000, I get her, buy clothes and stuff. Then I they have 300 US. Now my son don't get that out of that 100,000 because I couldn't see her, so yeah, that's me I pay him for see her then. Cause I need for see her, cause years I never see her, and then after me I hear what she go through. So me do all of that. Have 300 US, I put it in him hand. And I said to him, said this, I have to buy food when whatever I buy already finish. No, I give him that money in a December. In the December, yeah. Before that 2016, I carry him go court for child custody. No, for see the child. I carry him for see the child. No, the judge tell him say I should get the child on weekend. Him never approve of that. Him not allow me to see her none at all. As me tell him, me have to still a go to school to see her and stuff. So 2017 now, when him carry me go court, 2017 after I give me 300 US after I buy the clothes and stuff. The December, I give him the 300 US. The January, him said to me, say, you want money. I said to him, so remember, so when I leave Jamaica, I never leave out a job. So you can't expect me to come back in a job. No, me still there over my mother. I try to get someone to stay because I can't stay over my mother for too long. You know how she stay. I said to him, say, I can't find no more money for get the January when him a ask me about money. I said to him, say, I can't find the money for give. Then him got court. Him got court and carry me up for maintenance. No, I know some of go the court go tell him like I'm as I say I don't get the child nothing from she born.
Let me ask you,
So me
did
know.
the court order you to pay child support?
Yes, after I got that's how I'm gonna explain that to you now. 2017 when we got the January, me go court to them. Him tell the judge say I never get a child nothing, but luckily him always a argue. So at that get me now. Him always a argue and as some say things I just used 100,000. He was always arguing. So I some now me text him and me say to him say me say me I go text him before I go court because me know him go tell him say I don't give the child nothing. So I some me text him and me say I just use 100,000 from that and you know. So him text him and he say 100,000 is no money. So I saw him go court now. Me I said to the judge say I just use 100,000 and I have proof and something and I saw them something to show the clerk occurred the text.
Mm-hmm.
So I showed them yes, I was saying no that I tell the clerk of court. So me said to him say if I supposed to get a job I want to save some money that I can able to go back that I can get to better my life and some cause me know me I go through over my mother house. So him carry me up a court, him tell the judge say me a try. Me a go work, me a work and me a save money for go back. So the judge said to him say if that was better for him say no, the picnic for take care and something. Anyway, I tell him about 200,000. Judge say I have to pay money. Fine. Judge say to pay money. Yes, but I never in a job that I want. But they are my mother. That too. They are my mother. She know everything happen at the house. Me have my brother always. I call her. If I sit down on her bed, him call her. Cause she question him. I get to figure say she question him, but a long after I get to find out because one morning, about after 5, because the man was she attacked as me tell about the man now where that tell her say the man did like me then. And I take things from him, care woman, she know all of that and she end up there with him. So that's why she always a come with the excuse like she say him no want me at the house, he no want to pick me at the house and them something. So one morning about after 5 she called me and she said to me say if he's there, I say I don't know. But I did there under the room with my brother cause sleep under the other room with my brother. So I said I don't know because he's a gambler. So sometimes for days he don't come at the house. So she asked me if him did it. I said to her, I said, I don't know. She said she needs to talk to him because it's urgent. I said, alright. Me go see if him there only. I left and I carried the phone, go give him. And I carried the phone, go give him my ear, him the pan. I want him to you. Like him I said to her, I said, I want him to you. I want him to you. And like him I said to him, teacher, and carry back the phone, come give me. When he carry the phone, come give me. I answer her message. So I said, Mommy, you alright? She give out and she say, yeah, and him what she did it if make him can answer the phone or you can answer the phone. Now after 5 she call me. She a call him phone and can't get him. And she call me and get me and say she want to talk to him. So I said what? She said me to come out of her house. She said I have to leave her house because I must be there, we must be there, they make we can't answer the call. She said she a go fly down and me have to come out her house. Anyway, I figure say she a come. Never have no figure, see me. I left go down on me uncle now. Down on my uncle have about 12 person in a household with 3 room. So you know down this are never comfortable. Cause I'm not till about St. Elizabeth I left come up. So at Kingston me there now. So me did there. Them say this space not did there for me. But anyway, me did still did there bounce and something. She come down, she fly come down and she dey up at the house. I never talk to her. But I figure say she do a surgery. She come down and she do a surgery. So the same brother way I tell her things and something like I said to her. Everything him tell her. If the guy come to the house him tell her. If I sit down on the bed him tell her. Like she has some enough for the run her room then. So that same brother, him know she must want some tea the morning. And she asked him to make the tea and him kissing teeth and he walk off. He never make the tea. My sister called me and she said to me, say, I have to go make the tea for her. I said, no, I go up there now. So she said, if you remember, say I'm a mother and something. So I for go on and help her. I left. I left and I go up there. And when I go up there to help her, and some help her look about tea, take care of her, tidy her car, go back at the doctor and some you know, so she do the surgery and thing. Come back in. So I think the night, I think I same night after I come back from the doctor, we did there and I go around at the room, but I did at the front of the bed, which my brother normally sleep at the front of the bed. So like him I said, if I go over, I say go on over now because I charge the phone at the front. So I say lay down around it so until me finish charge the phone. So like him start to a quarrel and something. She come round and now she don't know what is it. A long time I want to get to you and I saw she start to behave. But you see what the lady do me? The lady mash me up and I say mash me a bigger man. Not because of their house. I want just now know if stay. Me out at me in my 20s. No, she mash me up and she tell me something to leave. And I leave. I go doctor the next morning. I go doctor, the doctor said to me, said, she can't look after me, I have to go to the station first. Because this don't look, the wounds them on me, I'm like, she said, this don't look right. So she said, she can't look after me, I have to go to the station. Go to the station, then say if me I lock her up, I tell them no. I never lock her up. Anyway, I go to the station and end up back at the doctor. When they carry me back at the doctor, when I go back at the doctor and something, I left, me go back down at the uncle until I end up come back at St. Elizabeth. When I come back at St. Elizabeth, which part I can work, which part I can work, them don't know say I don't have no feeling. When me come everybody I wonder if a man do me so and all kind of something. I never explain nothing to nobody. Anyway, at the year I work. Now, in the time when in came go out, as when me tell her I couldn't pay the money none at all, cause me now work and me I go through my struggles and something see me up and down. So, you know, all of that I build up and all kind of something. Now, every time him a beat the child, him call my phone. Him call my phone and beat the child. And every time him do all of that, I report it. I constantly I report every beat. I even remember one time the school she called me and she tell me say mark there on her neck and I tell the teachers if you look around her neck. I left and go up Portland in the morning. I'm go over the school. I'm go over the school, the police them come over the school. We go to the the guidance counselor then said to me, say, me forgot the CDA. I remember when I got the CDA and the child I walk go in. She said to me, say, Mom, what is this? And I said, CDA. And same time I said to her, say, because I figure the teacher them always a tell me, say, like she don't want to go home. Them I said, how was at evening time she dep on the school compound if all she alone. And some I said to her, see them people here, they will take you away from me if you don't behave yourself. And some if you go home cause no want no bad no man take you away and them something there. So me no go say that no, never no say drive fear in a heart. When you got the CD, I me start all over again about the belly when he kick her in her belly, when he call me and tell her if tell me about my mother, everything. Now him have one woman we live with, where she usually call me and tell me everything to Kashiv and tell me say him take her and throw her in the bath. Him a beat her and him take her and throw her. Them say when him a beat her and beat her like a him and a man a fight.
Now, just listening to all of these things right here, you would think to yourself, no man, this is unbelievable because a 5-year-old and a father is thinking that a 5-year-old is actually sexually active. A 5-year-old and a father is beating her in the way that the mother is explaining the father ill treat her. You know, just listening to it, it makes you want to say, this is just unbelievable. But in actuality, these things do happen. Right? You have some parents that just don't really know how to be good parents. And the sad part here is the only one hurting in this whole situation is the child. That is the sad part. Listen, if you want to listen to the rest of what was shared, click the link in the description. It will take you on over to Unstoppable Live, where you can continue listening in its entirety. When you go over there, remember to hit that subscribe button, turn on all notifications, so once we go live, you will get notified and be able to partake in whatever topic we're having at the time. If you're watching on Facebook, please hit that follow button. That would be appreciated. Watch out. Until the next Unstoppable recap, stay strong, stay motivated, but most of all, remain unstoppable. Unstoppable.